I think I see a couple people logged in that maybe haven't done this class before. So let me just outline how this goes. So this is HIIT class, high intensity interval training. And the whole point of this class is to work hard and get it done fast. And it's not just for time's sake. When we kind of rev up our engines over and over again, that can really help affect our metabolism in a positive way. When we keep the intense workout under 40 minutes, that helps reduce the amount of cortisol that we have in our system. So it's just a really effective workout. So that being said, sometimes it does not feel good when you first get started because we're going through it so fast. So if you find that that's an issue for you, you may want to consider in the future just doing a little warm up more than what we do here before you log on. Sometimes that can help that ick factor a little bit. So with that being said, today we are doing something called Tabata. For anybody who doesn't know, a conventional Tabata is 8 rounds of 20 seconds work on a particular exercise with 10 seconds rest in between. So we work for 20 seconds, we rest for 20 seconds for 8 rounds. And then what we're going to do today, we're doing a total of 5 Tabatas. The first one will be our warm up, and we've got a minute rest in between. So again, it's short, but it's very effective. That being said, this first Tabata is going to be very uncomfortable. We're going to start with a plank Tabata. And what you may want to do is start the first few rounds on your knees and do a modified plank to kind of ease you into it. Hopefully you can hear my buzzer. I've got it right beside me, so I think it picks up pretty good on my mic, but I'll also give you verbal cues as well. So we're going to hop right into it, starting with our first plank. If you want to start on your knees for the first couple of rounds, you can, or if you feel ready to go, pop up on your toes. And calm down. Okay, 10 seconds rest. Get ready in 3, 2, 1, come back up. So it might feel kind of tough to jump right into a plank first thing in the morning. Psychologically, that's hard. Physically, a plank is a really good, safe warm up. 3 more seconds. And rest. Get ready in 3, 2, 1, plank. So really hugging all those muscles around the spine. Lift the chest up. Make sure you have a nice straight line from your shoulders to your heels. Or if you're on your knees, your shoulders to your knees. 3 more seconds. And come down. Get ready in 3, 2, 1, plank. Three seconds. Okay, we're halfway through these. This is going to be the longest 30 minutes of your day, but it'll be worth it. Come up. And come down. 3 more rounds. Come up. Rest. We got 2 more rounds. And plank. Rest. 1 more. We're going to have a minute rest before we really jump into it. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. Plank. Okay. So you have a minute rest. As we get into more intense exercises, what I'll do is I'll start out showing you the most intense version. And that way, if you're ready to go, you can jump right into it. But from there, I'll kind of scale it back and show you different modifications. Depending on what the exercise is, sometimes it takes a couple of rounds to show you all the modifications, but just move. That's the main thing with Tabatas. If I'm showing you something that you just don't feel comfortable doing, jog in place, hold a plank, do something until you find a version that you can do. We're just, when it's work time, we're working, we're doing something. Okay, that was a fast minute. 5 more seconds. Okay, so go ahead and sit flat on your mat. We're going to come into this reverse tabletop with alternating toe touches. Here's your modification. You can stay right here, squeeze your behind, keep pressing your hips up, go ahead and rest. 10 seconds rest. If you want to speed up the toe touches, that can get your heart rate up more, but we got plenty of time to get our heart rate up. Okay, so we can be here. You can even come halfway if this doesn't feel good for your lower back, and just squeeze your behind and pulse a little bit. So just any of those in-betweens. And whatever you're doing, go ahead and come down. Whatever you're doing, you're focused on keeping your hips as high as you can get them. And again, you can always add this alternating toe touch. But more than anything, especially if your lower back is giving you trouble, go ahead and come down. Days like this, my lower back just doesn't feel real stable, and I won't do a lot of moving things when I'm having to really brace my core. Go ahead and come up. So what I'll do instead is I'll just really focus on that squeeze. All those trunk muscles all the way around the spine. It's not just pulling in the belly button. It's all those muscles all the way around the spine, squeeze in the behind. That helps build up that core strength to go ahead and come down. That's going to support your lower back. 3 more seconds. And come up. Three seconds. Come down. And come up. We got 3 more rounds of this. And then we're going to take it up another notch. Three seconds. Squeeze your behind. Rest. We got 2 more. and come up. What you'll find if you've never done Tabata before, you'll quickly learn the 10 seconds rest gets shorter and shorter until you think I'm messing with you. That's how you know you're sufficiently working hard. Get those hips up, rest. We got one more of these. And come up, last time on these. So make it count. Hug in all those trunk muscles, squeeze the behind. 5 seconds. And rest. Grab a drink of water, do what you need to do. You got 1 minute. Okay, we got 20 more seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and preface this next one with saying I took a little bit of a liberty with this Tabata, and we're splitting it up into 2 different exercises. We'll alternate each round. This will make more sense as we go. So get ready in 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna start with squat jumps. So you're really sinking back onto your heels. See, my hips are going back. You can also just do squats. Feet hip distance apart, hips shoot back. Okay, so squat jumps or squats for your first round. And now here's where we're going to alternate. Like I said, this will make sense in a second if it doesn't yet. We're going to come down into a plank and do planks with shoulder taps. So the goal here is to try and not move the rest of your body when you shift your weight into one hand, because that means that you're really stabilizing yourself with your core. And come up, 10 seconds rest, then we're going back into the squat jumps or just squats. So again, we've got squat jumps or just squats. 5 seconds. Rest, and then we're going back into the plank with the shoulder taps. You can always just hold a plank. Come up. You can be on your knees and go into these shoulder taps. Just the goal is to really try and keep the rest of the body completely still. And rest. 10 seconds. Squat jumps are just squats. So remember, you're really sinking your hips back. So you're not bending forward, you're sinking back. Come down for plank with the shoulder taps. And remember, you can always just hold a plank. Three seconds. And come up for squat jumps. One more of each. seconds. Last round of plank with shoulder taps. Then you get a minute rest. Come up. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Minute rest. Grab your water, do it, catch your breath. I'm gonna take it up another notch after this. Thirty more seconds rest. And then we're going into burpees. Okay, 15 more seconds. When we start into this, if you are not real familiar with the burpee, plan for this first 20 seconds to just be a learning round. If you feel good about them, get ready to jump into them. Okay, get ready, 3, 2, 1. So when you come down, you want to jump out and keep your hips kind of high, lower down. I always suggest starting by pressing up on your knees and then jump at the top. Couple more seconds. Okay, rest. The reason for this is that you're keeping your hips high at the beginning. You're possibly coming on your knees as you rise up and maybe even as you come down. Go ahead, get back into it. We never want our hips to sag. We want to be able to keep a solid core. Or I promise you, it's not an if, it's when you're going to injure your lower back. And rest. So the modifications here, you can take the jump out and just step out, which I'll show this time around. Okay, get back into it. So you can bend forward. You can step out. You can come down on your knees. You can step forward. You can do a calf raise at the top. And rest. So more than anything, keep that core solid. Go ahead and go back into it. So notice my hips don't sag. And rest. And remember, you can always step out. You don't have to jump. And work. Good, rest. 3 seconds, we're back into it. And work. Three more seconds. 2, 1, rest. We got 2 more rounds of these. Three seconds and we work. Rest. 1 more round, you get a minute break. 3, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Don't get sloppy. And rest, 1 minute. And we only have one more round after this. This is it. Thirty seconds rest. Okay, we got 15 more seconds, so let me just preface this next one by saying we're alternating 2 exercises again. This first one, if you have lower back problems, you may not want to do this. Just wait for modification. So we've got a butterfly sit up. You touch your hands overhead, you sit up, you touch the floor in front of your feet. Otherwise, bring your hands behind your head, lift your chin towards the ceiling. So you're not cranking your chin down towards your lower body, you're lifting it towards the ceiling, and rest. And then we're gonna flip over for plank jacks. So come up in a plank, hips stay high, core is braced. Try and not move the center of your body as much as you can. Here's your modification. You step out, you step out. Or maybe if you're getting super fatigued, you just hold right here. And rest. Okay, we're flipping back over for butterfly sit-ups or butterfly crunches. Almost done, y'all. So tap overhead, sit up, touch floor in front of your feet. Or stay right here and crunch. And rest. Okay, we're flipping back over for plank jacks. Home stretch. Make every second count. We're working. Remember, you can always just tap out. Tap out. More than anything, keep your core braced. Don't let your hips sag, especially if you're doing plank jacks. 3, 2, 1, rest. Back on your back. 2 minutes and we're done. And work. And rest. Flip over for plank jacks. Or maybe just the plank. Work. So if you're getting super fatigued, maybe you come here onto your knees. Remember, the point is, during those 20 seconds, we're doing something. 5 seconds. And on your back. 1 more of each and we're done. 1 minute. Butterfly sit-ups are next. Work. And flip over, last 20 seconds, make them count. Don't give up now. And work. 20 seconds and we're done. Brace your core. Less than 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Whew. Okay. Bring your feet nice and wide. Sit up nice and tall. Walk your hands forward. So if you're super bendy, this is not the time to drop your chest down to the mat. Because if you did this right, your heart's pounding fast and you don't want to drop your head below your heart. And walk your hands to the right. Walk through center and to the left. So just take a second here and really think about how you feel. How you felt when you started this, how you feel today, because that's what keeps you coming back for workouts like this. Very few people, go ahead and sit up, Indian style, grab your hands behind your back. Not a lot of people do these workouts because they're fun, but they really, truly are so effective. They get you perked up first thing in the morning. Cross one arm in front of your body. Hook it with the other arm, pull it in and down. And other side. Release, stack your left knee directly on top of your right knee. Bring your hands behind your back to the floor and just kind of use the floor to get up nice and tall with the spine. So you're pressing into the hands, good. And then if you've got more flexibility from there, you can lean forward. Most of us are going to be good sitting up nice and tall, maybe slightly leaning forward. And to other side. Okay, so we're going to come up on with our right knee down, left foot up, really tilt the pelvis to get a nice stretch down the front of this right leg. And other side, tilt the pelvis. Come all the way up. We're just going to end with some little hip circles. Nice, slow, big circles in one direction and the other. Good job. It's Monday morning, 8:29, and you've got your workout in for the day. Congratulations. Don't forget tomorrow, 10 a.m., we have strength. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Bye.